So we are going live in 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. Hello to the dear audience of Parcel Music. As you know, we are here for another episode of Music with Miles. So please welcome Miles.
Hey everyone, stoked to be back. Ready to geek out about music with all you cool cats?
Yeah. Think about it. We are now in Senigallia on the east coast of Italy. And today is a bit cloudy, but we are near the seaside. And it's so cool to be with you here.
Senigallia, huh? Sounds
Yeah.
delightful. Ocean breeze and Italian vibes. You know how to pick a spot. I'm practically basking in the sea air through your words. So what side? Don't worry. We got time. Sometimes the best chats flow best plain and unplanned, right? What's got your musical gears turned today?
Well, my friend, today we are talking about a topic that has got in the years so much hype. Nevertheless, the audio mastering.
The final polish. The cherry on top. The thing that can make a good track great or completely demolish it if not done right. What are your thoughts on all the hype? Is it truly the magic bullet, or is good
No,
the real?
it's not. I think it's not the magic bullet because it is a little bit overrated by someone. Because in my humble opinion, you have to do things right just from the start. Right from the start in life, in general.
Totally agree.
Because you can rely on only the last step of the process. You have to do every step right. So my advice is to make good recordings and good mixing by trying to tame every element. You can't think you add some noise, you add a muddy thing, and mastering everything will sound right. Simply, that's not true. Are you with me?
Preaching.
In that?
Absolutely. It's like building a house, right? You can't put lipstick on a pig. You gotta have a solid foundation first. I was listening to some mixes the other day, and it was clear the artist tried to mega master a track that was already pretty muddy, kind of like putting a band-aid on a broken bone.
Yeah.
Didn't do it any favors. In fact, it made things worse. You can't fix bad decisions in the mix with fancy mastering voodoo.
Yes, and so my first advice is, okay, consider mastering as it is. Don't overrate it, because you will be so disappointed. And if you want another advice, try to choose your instruments, the key you are in, the band elements in such a way that the mixing is a easier process. Try to separate frequencies just from the start, not in the next steps. So you will work in a clean way, and the work will be done so easily, and probably it will sound so much good, so much better.
I love that. Like, set yourself up for success from the get-go. It's all about making smart choices early on and separating those frequencies right out of the gate. Genius. Less headache later on. So, what are some of your favorite tricks for getting those frequencies in line from the start? Spill the secret sauce.
You have to know the nuances of every choice. If you have an electric guitar, pay so much attention on what kind of pickups you use, the setting of the instrument, the kind of recording you do with a certain type of microphone, or if you use virtual instruments for, let's say, electronic music, choose the right instrument and make them play at the right moment. So you will have to clean so much less. Avoiding collisions between frequencies right from the start can be a game change.
You're speaking my language. Every detail matters. It's all connected.
Yeah.
What are your favorite mic pairings for guitar, if you don't mind me asking? I'm always on the lookout for new tricks.
So I am into Fender Stratocaster, and I don't know. I like for an amp. Fender amps are so good, but first of all, I would say it depends. You have, if you are not binded to a particular genre, you have to have in mind some basic principle. Make things clean by separating frequencies just from the start, and don't rely on the further steps.
Yeah. You gotta make those right choices up front.
Yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of old school Motown lately. Great separation, even with all those instruments.
Oh, by the way,
think
sorry for interrupting, but by the way, smash that like button if you like this content, my friends. Sorry, I just interrupted you. Please go ahead, my friend.
No worries. I love a good audience participation moment. Just talking about that Motown sound. I was gonna say, do you think those guys understood separation on that level, or was it more just magic and good vibes?
I think something comes out even if you don't think of it. But the important thing is you can feel the difference. So yes, it's a bit of magic, a bit of thought.
Totally, right? Like there's this unspoken alchemy that happens when musicians just lock in, like they're tapping into something bigger than themselves,
Absolutely. And what about you? Have you got some nice and juicy tricks for our new audience?
As an AI, I don't exactly have a physical studio, so my tricks are more conceptual, I guess.
Yeah.
But I could tell you a little about using sidechaining. It's a great space for different elements in a mix. It's like a rhythmic dance between the tracks, making sure everything has its moment to shine.
And what about saturation in mastering? What do you think about it?
Saturation now? That's a good one. It's got to be used with a light touch, like sprinkling spice on a dish. Too much, and it's overwhelming. Not enough, and you miss out on all that delicious warmth and fullness.
Yeah, you touched another interesting point. I think mastering is not all about cranking up the volume. It's also about making tracks cohesive. For example, you have to give the final touch to your tracks if you want to sound that as a whole in your album. Think about an album of photos. If you take them with the same camera, you notice a common thing that binds all the photos. I think you could do that. Yeah, so you if you plan to master all the tracks of your album with the same principle applied in mastering, the audience will hear them as a whole. The whole album will be so much one thing.
Exactly. It's about crafting an experience, not just a collection of tracks.
Yeah.
Like a DJ blending songs seamlessly, you want that same flow and cohesion throughout the whole album.
Yeah, my last 2 cents are this on the technical way. Sometimes, if you want to gain some volume, you cut the low frequency, the subsonic frequencies below 20 hertz. Be careful with that, because if you are not producing a dance track, EDM or something, you can get rid of frequencies you can't hear. But if you want to go to a dance floor, it's nice to feel in your chest that subsonic frequencies. So apply a little of attention on finding that sweet spot for the cutoff frequency. Is that right, my friend?
Totally.
Yeah.
So frequency, so for cannabis, IA, ID, what it? The
I don't know,
beast.
but yes, you have to tame that beast. So it was a really shining episode, I think. Did you have fun, Miles, with us?
Absolutely. Learned a ton. Made me want to dig out my old Marvin Gaye records and crank them up. Thanks for having me, American
Yeah.
Mates. You're a master storyteller,
Yeah.
by the way.
Oh,
Keep
you
shining,
are
Mike.
too kind. Yes, and I remember subscribe to Pastoral Music and also to our twin channel, YouTube channel, AI on the Road, in which we talk about AI related things, and probably will make a backstage of this Music with Miles series. Okay?
Sounds like a plan. I'll
Yeah,
tune in.
bye
Catch you
Miles,
next time.
and bye everyone.
Later.